Here we got a 1963 Nova SS. You can see the difference in styling between the 68, which that was the first year for that style, and the 63. And I know it changed in 65, but not that much. It's changed a lot. It got a lot bigger in 68. You see 68. This is 63. This is a lightweight car. And here you got a coupe. Looks like a dark burgundy color, kind of. Now this car at night would probably look black. In the daytime, in the bright light, it probably looks like a dark bright red. Right now it's raining out like crazy and cloudy, so it looks like a dark burgundy. So these were, none of the cars I used to see back in the day were never this pretty, you know, pretty much. My cousin had a 65 Nova he used to race. That he got a bunch of trophies with it. Honestly, he did cheat. That's how he got the trophies. He used to race super stock, and he did get a lot of trophies though. And his car was painted with rattle can, like 4 different colors, like in different, like kind of like sculpted, like with crazy designs on it. He just did that, I don't know, just so you'd see it running down the track. But that's what a lot of people did. They primer things out. But the primer back then didn't stop any rust. Guys, I tell people and they still wouldn't listen. You should paint the car with a color, even a cheap color. Do the primer, paint it with a cheap color, then put the primer over it. This way you got that cheap color coating that keeps it from rusting. But you know, a lot of people, they wouldn't listen. And it wasn't like the epoxy primer. So a lot of cars that were intended to be painted later on, they would sand them down, put the primer on them, and they have all this rust all over it. Then they would abandon the project. This is why a lot of them wind up getting junked too early. Because these cars, if they did not rust out, they're infinitely rebuildable. Especially today. I mean, even if you needed a special part, I mean, you got machines that can make them. If you need it, I mean, right now everything's available for Chevys anyway, but even if you had a part that was so rare, I mean, there's so much stuff out there that you can make them. You can make that part. What better welders today, everything. The problem is that if you try to make something like this today, it would have to be like a custom build, and then it would get so expensive and you have to buy every single part. You know, that's why I'm saying even today, even these stupid cars that are from 2005 or earlier, you probably need to preserve them, because what's coming down the pike is even worse. Bad as it's getting. So keep preserving and working on these old cars, even the ones that are like 90s and stuff, because they don't want you to drive. They don't want you having any freedom. So just keep working hard and stay independent.